Hello, friends. With just a few hours to go for the final T20I of the five-match series between India and New Zealand, the God's own country. Here is Bharath reporting from Trivandrum. So, with pleasant weather around me, let us not waste much time, but take a deep dive into the practice session, India's practice session ahead of the final game. For starters, we definitely have to talk about the local hero, and that is Sanju Samson. Even if you just come out of the Greenfield Stadium here, you will see a big banner of Sanju Samson and a few more photos as well. That tells you or that helps us to imagine fans coming in droves to the stadium or thronging the stadium for the game just to see his batting. So that is about Samson and his adoring fans. But I have to add the fact that he has not been in good form in the recent past, especially over his last 10 T20 Is. Although a bit of leeway has to be given to him in the sense that he was in between, he was demoted down the order, and then he was also dropped from the side before regaining his place at the top of the order. It must have kind of affected his batting rhythm. But coming back to the practice session, with regard to Sanju Samson, actually looked in fine touch. He played some powerful shots. It didn't seem as if there was any real trouble with his downswing. Maybe it's a case of him being tentative in the middle during a match. Maybe he's batting well in the net. That's what Mone Mortal as well indicated before the fourth T20I in Vizag, that is batting well in the nets. Or it could be a bit of technical problem. In my opinion, he seemed to be in good touch in the net session ahead of the final T20I. Yes, some would talk about his backward trigger, some would talk about him staying leg side of the ball. But again, there wasn't much of movement in terms of his trigger when he was batting in the practice session, as he landed quite a few shots down the ground. So he basically faced two sidearm throwers. One was right arm sidearm thrower, the other one was left arm. With regard to the right arm sidearm thrower, it seemed as if he was trying to simulate Matt Henry's offerings. Though I have to add a caveat here, and that is basically it's not easy to, what can you say, stimulate Matt Henry's offerings, verbal seam offerings, because of the randomness and the subtlety that he brings to the table. How can you kind of simulate the randomness of a delivery, maybe with little bit of wobble in the air, little bit of swing in the air, pitches, and then occasionally go straight, and on some other occasions nips back with a bite, some bite, or for the matter, maybe leaves the right hander with this more of an outswinger type of grip. It's very difficult, right? So that's what I can tell. But having said that, Sanju Samson looked in really good touch in the net sessions. But we also have to add about how he faced up the left arm spin, including Akshar Patel in the practice session. Here he was a bit cautious compared to how he tried to play Sandner in the fourth game, where he left all three stumps and he was cleaned up. And also he was caught in the crease. Here he was a bit cautious. He was not looking to manufacture any kind of room, maybe playing more of defensive shots, although he tried a couple of strokes as well, but he was more concerned about his defense. He was once, I think, beaten while trying to play the flick stroke against Akshar Patil, but other than that, he looked in what can you say, decent touch against left arm spinners. Fingers crossed from Sanju Samson's point of view, from his beloved fans' point of view as well. He will return to some kind of form in the final game, and that will definitely ease the pressure on Samson going into the World Cup. Then we have to talk about Ishan Kishan as well. As you know, he's the one who has been in really good form in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, and then he cracked an aggressive 76 in one of the T20Is in this series. I think he has upgraded his offside game and also is definitely improved on his full stroke. But there were concerns about him having an eagle, although Kotak, the batting coach, said that he's pretty much fit, and also basically said that he most likely will play in this final T20I, although the final call will be taken by the physio. So how did he go about his business in the practice session? Well, he didn't look in any kind of discomfort to me, although he was beaten a couple of times, I believe, by the nip tacker from a couple of net bowlers. But other than that, he looked in reasonably decent touch, cracking a few meaty blows over the mid-on region, especially over the mid-on region, couple of times, or the mid-off region as well. So he's definitely someone in a zone of his own. Hopefully, will get a chance to play in the final game as well. So again, we are coming down to the final verdict, and that is if say Sanju Samson returns to some kind of form in the final game, then definitely I think he will be not just in a good form, but also his mindset. He will be in a good space of mind going into the World Cup. But boy, if he fails, then there will be a lot of scrutiny on Ishan Kishan, on Sanju Samson, with Ishan Kishan breathing down his neck. So that is about it. Hopefully you liked this video. And if you like this video, hopefully you will also subscribe to our Revsportz channel, as we don't just cover cricket, we cover other sports as well. Thank you again.